Hey beauties, welcome back to my channel. So today I will be telling you all what you need to do to start your own business.
Johnny Ice, that boy cold.
I know you like that, hey. I know you like that, hey. I know you like that, hey. I know you like that. Whoa. Taking exotic trips, yeah. I know you like that. Whoa. Switching up all the whips.
So I'll be telling you all how you can actually start your own business, all the legal requirements, and step by step what you need to do. So if you guys want to see this video, then definitely keep watching. But before we even jump in, if you're not already subscribed, please go ahead and hit that subscribe button right there and turn on that post notifications bell so that you're notified every single time I upload a video. All right, so let's get into it. All right. So if you guys hear any talking in the background, I do apologize. You know, I didn't tell my boyfriend that I was recording because it's late, and yeah, he won't be that loud though. Okay, so the first thing that you need is, what is your business idea? What is it that you're going to be doing? Are you going to be selling products, or are you going to be selling services? Because those are the only two things to have when owning your own business. Service meaning you are a massage therapist, or you do people's hair, or you do people's nails or something like that. That is a service. If you're selling products, you're selling something like clothes, skincare, makeup, cosmetics, beauty products. There's a ton of stuff that you can actually sell product wise. So first you need to figure out what is your business idea, and then if you're selling the products or services. So after you figure out what you're selling, then you need to figure out your business name, and as soon as you figure that out, trademark it. Okay, trademark it. Now let me tell you guys quickly why you want to trademark the name. You could go ahead and not trademark the name, but let me tell you what happens if you don't. So, say you don't trademark the name, but somebody else has that name and they trademark it, they can sue you for using their name. That's something that you want to do. It is pretty costly. It's going to cost you at least $250, $300, but it's worth it. Now, it does take a really long time for your actual name to be trademarked, but once your application is in and no one else has the name, you're basically squared away, and the government knows that that name is you. So trademark the name as soon as you come up with it. The next thing that you want to do is apply for an EIN number. An EIN number is basically your new social security number for your business, but it's called the EIN number. So you want to apply for that, and that you would apply for from the actual IRS, and they're the ones who give you your EIN number. Sometimes they give you a temporary one, and then you have to wait for the actual number to come into the mail, but it all depends. You could get it as soon as you finish applying for it, but yeah, apply for your EIN number. That is needed. The next thing that you want to do when starting your business is decide whether you're going to be, and here are some of the choices. You could be a sole proprietorship, you could be a corporation, you can be an LLC, and I would say LLC, LLC stands for Limited Liability Company, and basically think of it this way. As I got an LLC, right? And basically, if you were to get sued, right? If you were to get sued, God forbid, they can only sue your business assets and not actually you and your money, if that makes sense. So my own income is separated, and who I am and me, my name, all that is separated from my business. So my business income could be something, my business would be something that they would sue and go after, but they wouldn't necessarily go after me. So those things, that's something that you do want to look up and decide for yourself what's best for you. I would say most people, most businesses, unless you're a huge corporation, then there's like no point. You might as well just get an LLC. Most people go for the LLC. And I'll get into, because I don't know if it's every state, but I know my state has very specific requirements for LLC, so I will tell you guys that in just a moment. So the next thing that you want to do is open up a business banking account. Usually credit unions will give you a business banking account that is free. But depending on your bank or whatever, it depends. It could be free, or it could be not like a monthly fee, but you know how like certain banks charge for certain things like maintenance to your account, which that part I never understood. But what maintenance did you do to my account? But apply for a business bank account with a bank, and there's certain things that they'll need from you. They'll need to see your LLC papers, they'll need to see your EIN number and all that stuff. They need all that information before they can actually open you up an account. Why? Because when you open up a business banking account, you can actually do payroll, and you can literally have checks go out to people that you could possibly hire, because just because you start a business, it doesn't mean it's all you. You may have employees one day, you may be starting out with it just you, but as your business grows, you definitely don't want to always have it be you and the work on you. You want to be able to hire employees and stuff. So the business bank account basically helps you to be able to put people on a payroll, etc. And it just makes your life easier. And not only does it make it easier, but it also protects you, because if someone were to sue you, God forbid, but you are a business owner now and you are selling products or services, so you are a liability in some frame or fashion. So if somebody were to sue you, then, and you're using your normal regular bank account, whatever's in that account they can go after. But if you have a business bank account, then they can't go after what's in your personal accounts. They can only go after what's in your business one. So that's definitely something to take in mind, because I know there are people who do just start a business and start buying and purchasing from wholesalers and stuff like that, and I'll get into that in a moment about wholesale. But you're jumping the gun and you didn't even handle all the legalities. God forbid that the United States or whatever state you live in finds out that you're running a business without all the legal stuff and not collecting sales tax and stuff like that. You do not want to deal with that drama. So after you open up a business bank account, and I will say once you are officially ready to open for business, you want to apply to be able to charge sales tax, because whatever state you're in, you have to charge sales tax for that state. So you want to make sure that you apply so that you have the license to charge sales tax to whomever. One more thing about sales tax is once you apply for that, you do have to pay whatever you collect in sales tax to them every 3 months, and they do send out reminders to you and stuff about it. But that's something that you like have to continually do, because you don't want to be in trouble with the government and you over here collecting sales tax from them and you spending the money. And so when it comes to wholesale, there are several different places who you can buy from. A lot of people are like, how do I find these wholesale vendors? Like, how do people find these? And honestly, a lot of people don't like telling you how you find them, but honestly, once you find them, it becomes so easy to continue to like find more wholesalers. But depending on what your business is, you could either Google different wholesales and stuff like that. Now, I will say one thing, going back to the top when I was telling you guys that you need to figure out if you're selling products or services. If you are selling products, there are a few things that you need to decide, and this all depends on what kind of products you're selling. But if you're like me and you're selling beauty products, skincare, cosmetics, anything like that, there's a few things that you have to figure out for yourself, and that is, do you want to make the products? Do you want a company that makes the products for you, or like a manufacturer who's gonna figure out with you a formula and then y'all figure out how much you have to pay them, etc., to make that stuff for you in bulk? Or do you want a private label company? And a private label company means that they create the formula, they create everything for you, and they just slap your logo on it. A lot of actually big name companies use private label. It's not actually their own formula, and what they do, they slap their nice little label on it and put it in a nice little bottle, and you don't even realize several different companies are selling the same exact product but just with different labels on it. But that is something to note, and it's something for you to decide if you want to do that or not. For me personally, I decided not to go with any private labels or a manufacturer. I decided to hand make the products myself, because that way I can control the ingredients. I can control that there's no foreign thing on the ingredient list that nobody understands what that is, and I also can control and make sure that everything is really like healing and healthy for the skin. So that's why I decided to go that route. But with also going that route, you have to realize that you have to take away time. Like, there's pros and cons to both. So hand making everything, you have to have the time to literally hand make everything, package everything, make sure everything is cleanly and you're being sterile and all of that. And if you decide to go with the private label company, you're going to be spending a lot more because they're going to charge you because it's their formula. So what maybe the person who's hand making is paying in wholesale and the person who's private labeling is paying in wholesale, you know, you got to balance out your numbers. But this is time and this is money. So are you gonna spend the time or are you gonna spend the money? And that's something that you have to decide for yourself, if that's something that basically what you want to do, because it's your business and you're the one running it, so you got to decide for yourself. So the last thing that you need to start your own business, depending on what it is, so sometimes, like when you're private labeling a product, or if you're selling, say you're selling shirts that are made by Teespring, or a company that makes robes or anything like that, you need a reseller's license to be able to sell that stuff, because you're basically reselling what someone sold to you. So you actually do need a license permit to resell something. So like, for example, a 99-cent store, everything is not their brand. Stop and Shop, grocery store, everything is not their brand, but they are reselling an item from a different brand that was sold to them, but they do get it at like a cheaper price. Like, they're not selling it to you for what they're paying for it, they're selling it to you for more, but whatever. So companies like that have a reseller's license, so that is something that you definitely need to obtain. And then that literally is all legally that you need to start your own business within the US. Of course, things like business insurance and stuff like that, something that you want to have to protect yourself, but legally everything that I listed is all that you need to start your own business. So if you are an entrepreneur, definitely comment below what kind of business you're trying to start, or if you did start a business. I would love to know you guys' ideas and what you're planning for and what you guys have questions about, because I could go in depth on multiple of those topics, and we could make this a whole series on what it's like starting a business, running a business, because now that I'm doing it, I can really tell you guys there's so much to it, but it is so rewarding and it feels different when you're literally working for yourself rather than working for someone else. But there is a lot to it. Packaging, shipping supplies out, what you need, like computer, printer, all that stuff. There's so much more to just getting the legal stuff done. So if you guys do want a video on that, make sure that you comment that below in the comment section so that I know and I could get that video out to you guys. And I can also give you all tips on different wholesale companies where you could purchase from in different like what area you're in. If you're in beauty, if you're in jewelry, makeup, there are several companies that sell the stuff you need to create or private label, and I could give you guys those in another video. So of course, let me know if you guys want to see that. If you're not already subscribed by this point, hit that subscribe button, and I will see you guys in the next one. Thanks for watching. Bye guys.